What's up, Leos? Let's get it on and popping for your astrological predictions for the week of October 5th through the 11th. Remember, this is your sun, your moon, or your rising slash ascendant. So if you have any Leo there, sometimes if you have a lot of planets in Leo too, it can show up like this. So let's get started with what's coming up for you. So number one, you have the Two of Swords. So at the beginning of the week, you're definitely going to feel a little bit of mental anguish, but you're going to feel like you're in between two sides. Sometimes that's belief systems, like, religiously, if you're like one way or the other. But you're going to feel like you're being pulled towards two ways. It could be also indicate your head and your heart. It could also indicate, your past and your future. You feel like you're being pulled at two very strong ways. It could indicate two people in your life too. So like maybe a lover and a family member who both have very opposing views on you, and you just feel like you're pulled one way or the other way. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, which is this feeling of being secure, this feeling of keeping your feelings, your security close to your heart. So even though these people or whatever these things are pulling you in varying directions, you do also have the ability to keep yourself close. It makes you want to focus on the things that really make you feel good and make you feel secure. Even if that means like you got to turn your back. So it's an indication that you might be having to move on from some things that are no longer bringing you a sense of security, because you see, she turns her back from this situation. So you might be having to let some people go in your life. Then you have the sun upside down, and with you being Leo and you're all about the lion, you're all about the sun, you feel like something is discombobulated this week. And so this internal stuff you're doing Monday, Tuesday, a little bit of Wednesday, it's like two things. You're not able to shine as brightly as you in your wonderful Leo self wants to do, but it's also a focus on how do you shine internally. I kind of get this feeling that you had maybe some toxic relationships that you have been entertaining more than you need to, and it's time to let it go so you can shine internally, and what you do internally becomes externally. And then you have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, I love this card because it's just like, here it is. It may feel like a bind, but really what's happening is that, you're in control at all times, you can finesse a situation in which it looks like you're bound, but you're actually not even bound at all. Like, you are in control. Like, you are not in a pickle. You're looking at things from a perspective of like, okay, well, this is unfortunate, but like, I could see it the way it is. So when you let go of whomever this is, you got to think about, who are these people that are coming up? It can be jobs too, like these strong presence in your life. Just know that if you even thought for a second, oh, I don't want to let this person go, or this thing go, or this idea, or maybe this group of people go, just know at the end of the week, like, it'll feel uncomfortable, but you won't feel sad about it. You'll feel like, okay, I know that it was a necessary thing for me to feel in order to get to where I need to go. The Star card indicates you just have like a lot of beauty inside of you. And in the week of October 5th, it's going to start from the beginning. And this is with the duality of the two that's going to pop up for you, because you see all these things you want to do, all this like light you want to bring in the world, all these gifts that you have, but you feel bound by whatever the fuck this is that keeps on like holding you down. And it's saying like, you're going to have to choose between the two, because you're going to let them go. I mean, I'm not even going to tell you to choose. You're going to let them go, because that is like the only outcome that's really coming up for the rest of the week. King of Cups. So being able to control the emotions. So the Four of the Pentacles and the King of Cups really complement each other, because look at this. This is a blinding. Something is blinding you. But this is a choosing to close your eyes as if you trust internally. This is to take away your sight. This is to look inwardly. So around Tuesday, you're going to get it. Someone's going to do something on Monday that's really going to be your last straw. And you're like, you know what? I can't do it anymore. I'm not going to deal with it. And there's going to be no negotiation. You're just going to take your little purse and you're going to roll the fuck on out. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is this feeling and this sensation of wanting to protect what is yours. So with the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles being in reverse, what it's indicating to me is that on Thursday of that week, you're going to be feeling like, let me internally go and protect or reinforce what I need to, as well as shine internally. So I don't think it's a negative. I think it's more of like on Thursday, you're going to have a very increased psychic ability, very increased internal ability, just emotional, just internal esque kind of day that's really going to be encouraging you, Leo, to go inside, because that's going to be what is like the delineator between these two. It's like there's this that's happening here, you know, seeing your true value, having to break away from things, making the choice to break away from things, learning how to balance yourself along the way, doing this internal introspection, and then seeing at the end of the week where it's like, yeah, it was difficult, but it's like I'm actually still in control. And the Second of Wands is indicating wanting to feel like it's these two. They're complementing each other. This is feeling like, you know, you're upside down, but honestly, you're still in control. You know, you're not by the neck, you're by the feet. And she's doing like a nice little back bend here. Whereas this is talking about wanting to get out in the world, wanting to do things in the world, wanting to enjoy life, wanting to do but feeling bound, but you know it's temporary. You're actually not tripping about that at all. Like, you know that it is just a temporary thing that you have to experience, or that you're experiencing. And though there's a longing to go outside, you're going to be able to go outside. No worries. You're going to be able to get from under this bound. So towards like Saturday-ish, Sunday, you may have felt bound by it. Like, for example, if you let go of like a social circle, you're like, oh shoot, I'm not invited to things anymore. But you also know that, you know what, there's something bigger and better for me out there. And there's going to be, for this one thing I'm not invited to, I'm going to be invited to like 10 or 20 more things. So there's this light at the end where it's just like, okay, this week is challenging, but it's not challenging in a way that you're going to feel defeated. You're just gonna feel like, okay, I'm gonna just have to do the work. Like when you take the weeds out of a garden, it's not that it hurt your soul to do that. You just know that you had to do it in order for your plants to flourish. And then you have the Three of Wands, which is this energy of wanting to sail out, wanting to go. You want to be free from whatever this is. That's what it is. This is it. The energy is so perfect for you to let something go. So if there was some person, situation, place, or something that you need to let go, the energy is perfectly aligned for you to do that. And it's going to be less of a ricochet than what it could typically be. Three of Pentacles, which is an indication of working hard. You're not afraid to work hard for exactly what it is that you want. And then you have the High Priestess. So there's a sense of guardianship here. There's a sense of protection here that's coming from this site. Like, you know that this is a situation you have been putting up with for way too long, and you need to let it go. And the High Priestess comes to you towards the end of the week, and she connects with you, and she lets you know. Because what do we notice? Everyone's got their eyes closed. On Thursday, you have to do this internal introspection. So she's going to come to you in a vision, in a dream, probably a dream, in a dream state, and just let you know everything's going to be okay. So Leo, this week of the October 5th, through the 11th is going to be very transformative for you. It's also going to be a moment where if you have psychic abilities, you're going to actually be stepping more into your psychic abilities. And if there's something that was kind of like holding you back, it's whatever this is. But the universe is actually, it's not even giving you a choice. It's pushing you in the direction that you actually need to be pushed towards. So Leo, enjoy that week. I'm really excited to see what you come out doing. And remember, this is if you're sun, if you're moon, or if you're ascendant. So I also do the reads for the other elements. So check that out. Check out the fire sign elements, as well as all of the other astrological signs. So if your moon and your sun and your ascendant are in different placements, check out all three of those, because it'll give you a very clear understanding of what your week is going to be like. Subscribe.